I shot a capitalist, and the second I got arrested, I sent a message to the world through the media. I will give $100 million to whoever gets me out of here. $100 million! Just 2 sentences, but it was enough to make the SWAT team realize how serious this was. The problem? It was live. Terrorists around the globe caught wind of it and immediately went into action. On transport day, every SWAT officer was on high alert. Once I made it safely to the federal prison, I'd be looking at life behind bars. But they didn't count on the plane losing control. A smile I hadn't felt in years spread across my face. The pilot said one engine could still keep us in the air, but the next second, the second engine got taken out too. The pilot could only wait for the inevitable. With the air transport blown, SWAT mobilized every available unit and switched to ground convoy. When they reached an intersection, a homeless guy suddenly blocked their path. Officers moved in to clear him out, but the next second, an 18-wheeler came barreling through and smashed the convoy apart. Inside were dozens of heavily armed terrorists, and that was just a taste of what money can buy. After the terrorists had SWAT pinned down, they broke out the rocket launchers. In under 2 minutes, these bloodthirsty terrorists turned the street into a war zone. The cops had no choice but to go head-to-head with them. But even with their professional gear, they were no match for these desperate criminals. They finally fought their way to the prison van, only to find a decoy sitting inside. The cops had pulled a diversion. The real me was being quietly transported through a secret tunnel below. During the transport, I suddenly asked the SWAT officer if he made more than $3 grand a month.
Not even overtime.
I straight up bumped the reward to $200 million if they let me go. Each of the 3 officers would pocket over $60 million. Just as this officer was holding out against the massive temptation, his partner behind the wheel suddenly stopped the vehicle and put a gun to his head. The other partner decided to join the rescue operation too. At that point, fighting back was pointless. And just like that, he could only watch helplessly as his teammates took me away. By the time SWAT caught up, we were already on a subway heading to the next stop. But this lit a fire under the SWAT team. They quickly deployed heavy forces and surrounded the next subway station. But when they closed in, the massive subway train had mysteriously vanished. They rushed back along the line toward the terminal, only to find the train had stopped running, with nothing left inside but a terrified conductor. After questioning him, they learned the turncoats had already taken me into the sewers. SWAT took the risk and pursued into the unknown. Command discovered that within a 3-kilometer radius, there were over 6,000 sewer exits. As they went deeper, communication signals cut out completely.
When everyone was at a loss, one team member spotted a footprint underground. Little did they know, this was a trap the turncoats had set, using a tripwire mine to take out their pursuers.
To make sure the SWAT team didn't lose the trail, the turncoats even tossed a smoke grenade to lure them in. When SWAT spotted the smoke, they charged after it without hesitation. By this time, the turncoats had reached the sewer exit. They sealed the iron door with a massive lock and took off with me. When SWAT reached the exit, they found the lock was bulletproof.
So they quickly went back, pulled a mine off the wall, strapped it to the door, and fired. The door blasted to pieces.
But my extraction plane had already arrived right on schedule. To evade pursuit, the pilot actually chose to land on a 4-lane highway,